Hello, this is Albert. Okay, today I'm going to go over with the most common mistakes on the SAT essays. In the previous class, I talked about the persuasive elements in essay. Okay, what kind of things you should talk about to analyze the given passage. Remember that how to utilize those statistics, the data, the concessions, the comparison, analyze assumptions. What are those and how do we use in the body sentence, right? To show what kind of method the author used to persuade his reader or her reader, right? So the pros and cons, I also talked the pros and cons of the using the word logos, pathos, and ethos. Those are the very fancy words. Sounds like a fancy word. Yeah, I must use those three words. Even some authors of the SAT essay, they just suggest you to use only three words. However, I talked about what is the risky and what is the safe to use those three words, right? And the key evaluation factors are the elements. So this is very important. So previously mentioned that one, right? So, and today I'm going to talk about what kind of mistake you normally make on SAT and lose your valuable point. You always lose your point, okay? You start from the 24 out of 24, but you're losing your points by making those mistakes. Let's look at it. First one, personal tone, okay? Given passage, you're dealing with the passage. That could be personal tone. It doesn't matter because that's persuasive passage. However, your essay is not about the persuasive essay. Your essay must be analytical essay. You analyze author's intention and what kind of a method he used to persuade his reader or her reader. Okay? So your tone must be objective, not the personal tone. I think blah, blah. Okay, previous old SAT essay is acceptable. However, in this case, please don't use personal tone. And what about the restate only? Okay, not just restate, but your own analyze. A lot of students just simply copy the sentence from the what? The author's passage itself. Just copy and use it. Or sometimes what? Just change a word or two words to restate it. No. That's not what they want, okay? College board, okay, that's acceptable. You can copy from the passage, but you have to analyze it. Why they say, the author, he or she say about this, okay? Talked about this one. So you have to use your own analysis here. And accurate, but not precise. I'm sorry, precise. Accurate. It must be based on the given information. In other words, you have the exact information from the passage, okay? The author must use some kind of information to persuade his readers, right? In this case, you have to exactly use that information. However, you're not supposed to exactly same expression all the time, okay? How you evaluate it? Whether it is data, okay? In some reader's eyes, it could be data. And in some reader's eyes, it could be in the statistics, right? In some people's eyes, the sentence is not about the data, it is about the concessions. It depends on you. So don't try to stay like the exact thing. Try to find the exact thing, okay? How do you analyze? What kind of terms do you use? It's totally up to you. So you always what? Spending your most valuable time for this one. Which one is most accurate? Now, when you believe that it is that way, then just explain it and analyze it, okay? And what are the mistakes? Effective language and word choice. Yes, we always what? Encourage my students to use the SAT words or the formal expressions. However, sometimes it doesn't work. If you don't know the exact meaning of the word, then don't use it. You don't know the difference between the ambiguous and ambivalent, please don't use it, okay? But if you know it, I strongly encourage you use the vocabulary effective language or word choice. I mean the SAT vocabulary or formal expression to get a more point, right? And avoid repetitive word. You always what? Repeating the word. Repeating structure is okay because there's pattern structure. But repeating words, forget about it. You will lose your point. And avoid a vague statement. What kind of vague statement? Just like this. The research done by the Institution of Houston serves as clear evidence. What the heck is this? Okay, so what? And the important thing here, where is the backup information for this one? Okay, it's just useless. So too general. Don't use create statement like this. Always what? Try to make the statement as detailed as possible with your backup information. That's very important thing, okay? When you grader read this sentence, okay, he doesn't know. That's your evaluation, you will lose your point. What's next? Quote too often. Yeah, students use this way. The author's right, blah, blah, and just copy from the passage. Because what? It's simple. But it sounds very lazy for your grader. These students don't know how to rephrase the sentence, or he or she doesn't know how to write a sentence. In other way, just like this. The author supplies his own or the simple knowledge about the project for blah, blah, helps, blah. Okay, this is another way to indicate what author said in the passage. Just don't copy from the passage and use it by using quotation mark. That's what we call the quote, right? Don't do that all the time. Once or twice is okay throughout the whole essay, but not all the time. And you make mistake on what? Paragraph number. Why don't you use paragraph number? You always want to indicate, okay, in paragraph 5 or in the middle of the second paragraph, you don't need to indicate because we already have a paragraph number there. Okay, if you use this paragraph, we feel like you need to use, it because there's a number. However, don't use that number, right? Because what? Once is okay, but not anymore. Too many mention about the paragraph number make your essay clumsy and cluttered. And also what? The most high scores essays from the College Board, they rarely use the paragraph number. So it seems like there is a number. So it's easy and clear to use it. However, it just has opposite effect, losing your point. So don't use paragraph number too often. Don't forget about it. And the last one is enough is enough. What does it mean enough is enough? Here we go. Barely write 1.5 page, 2 pages of essay, then say, oh, I'm doing good. Are you kidding me? No way. Okay? With the 1.5 to 2 pages of essay, I guarantee you, you don't have a good scores. Okay? So, what I have to do is, the more you write, the better score you would expect. No doubt about it. Never changed. This is so true and whole true. All the time. Okay? So at least what? Write fast enough to create 2.5 to 3 pages because this is a 50 minutes assignment. Not previously 25 minutes assignment. 50 minutes. It's doubled. So you need to create more pages to show them I have a writing ability. So at least 2.5 3 pages, then you must write quickly. You have to fast writing. You have to have fast writing skills. It's not easy. You need to practice. So before you get into the test, always what? Create your own format, create your own expression to begin with the heading, begin with the body, begin with the conclusion. Then save your time. Time management. Right? Okay, what's next? Must be a complete essay. Okay? Previously, in all the essay, we don't care whether we have a conclusion or not because they always give us a point, but not anymore. This time, you have 50 minutes. So they expect what? Those introduction, body 1, 2, 3, and conclusion. This is difficult. If you only want 2 bodies, that's okay. It's your choice. But I strongly urge you to use those formats to get good scores or best or perfect scores on the SAT. All right? So what about this one? Time management. Yes, this is very important, okay? You need to practice before you take the test. How much time should I have to use the introduction? So I have to use the body 1, 2, 3, and conclusion. This is important, okay? What if I don't have enough time to write several lines of conclusion and only have one short line of conclusion? Then, yes, way better than nothing. Just simply stop writing the body and what? Complete the conclusion. Okay? That is how you get good scores. So today I talked about what? Your personal tone. Don't use it, okay? I don't care about your personal opinion. I care about how you analyze it. And second, don't use restatement. You're not lazy ass, okay? And accurate but not precise. Sometimes you have to use the exact information provided by author, but you have to choose your own way to analyze. And effective language and word choice. You may use the SAT word, you may use formal expression, but you have to know the exact meaning. If you don't know, forget about it. It's not yours. Just point off. And avoid vague statements. Blah, 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 this. You need more detailed statements. You need to back up your statement with information. And quote too often. Don't just copy from the passage and use, you say what? Authors write this one, authors mention this one. No. There is a bunch of other ways to express their word, okay? So before you start writing or to take the test, you always what? Learn your own way or create, okay? Make your own way to what? Avoiding the quote. This is important, okay? And paragraph number. No way. Don't use paragraph number or use once throughout whole essay. And it's not enough. Create. The more you write, the better score you will expect. All right? So I'm talking about here mostly a complete essay with the most complete essay structure. I talked about what mistake you make, and if you avoid those mistakes, I will guarantee you will have a very good scores. Thank you.